Hello everybody, and how are you? My name's Iris Smith and I'm the owner of a small business called The Flower Patch. And at The Flower Patch I make beautiful artificial flower arrangements from wreaths, swags, things for the home decor, things for your garden decor, sympathy tributes, weddings and much more. Well guys, thank you so much. I'm so touched with all your wonderful messages I received yesterday when we did, where's it gone? I've lost it. Oh, the blue one. The blue wreath. I was inundated with comments, and one lady says she didn't think to do blue for Christmas. I said, ice blue is lovely because it looks, like a, refreshing colour, and also very like a frosty, snowy morning. And I also had, from a lovely lady called Linda, a request if I could do, or have I done, wreaths or swags in black and gold, and also black and blue. And I have. And I said I will do one. If not this week, I will do it next week. But I'm going to do the black and gold one today. But I'm only going to do it on the crescent one because it's a lighter shade and it will look nice with the gold. So I thought I'd do it on the crescent half moon shaped wreath. And again, with it being it's like a tanny bronze colour, I thought it would blend in well with our gold. So first of all, I'm going to go through what we've gone. I've sort of prepared, guys. You know me. I have all good intentions on preparing and then I forget something. So I haven't chopped these because I'm going to chop as I go along, and I have got my black willow. Oh, and another lady did say that she wish I do mention some of the ferns that we have because she'd like to get them. So if I can remember, my darling, I will surely say them. So this is black willow, and you can get it anywhere. You should be able to get it from a artificial florist wholesalers, Hobby Lobby if you're in the States, Michael's, or Walmart, anything like that. You should be able to get it. If not, try online, Amazon or anywhere. Just type in Google if you can't get it from there and place in artificial black willow and it should come up. So we've got that. I have cut out, I don't know whether I'm going to put green in yet, I can't make my mind up, just a bit of green foliage. But I have got, and I was thinking of spraying these with a bit of gold or maybe rusty colour. But I've got my green conifer out. I've got 2 packs in case I need more than 1 pack. So I've got those as well. Now I have got, this is fern. There's no particular name to the lady who asked. It is just gold leafed fern. That's all the description states. I've cut the stems down, some shorter, some longer, depending where I want to place them. If I place them all around the side, it doesn't matter. They will all still go in. So I've got this fern, and there's several different layers of pine needles or fern leaves on them all around, and they are lovely. I've got different sorts where there's just one set of leaves going all the way up, but this is, going all the way around, different, layers of it. I've got out and I've cut down 5 pieces of my gold large leafed fern, and I've got these, and this is just the standard fern that you get. If you have a good look for the lady, then you can pause the video, have a look while you're searching for it. Again, they don't really place a name on a lot of it, here. They just say fern, or if it's Boston fern or Himalayan maidenhair fern. But this is just like the everyday fern that you would get in your garden. I did find in my bucket, I think my cat's here, in my bucket of gold Christmas things, which is chock-a-block, full to the brim. I found a few holly leaves left at the bottom, and I also found a couple of stems of berries, and some where I've been chopping off, so I could place these in the centre. I haven't looked, guys, what this is called, but I know the name. I've said it before, and for some reason it has just gone from my head. So I don't know why, but we're going to use this. And again, this, now where did I get this from? I got this from Temu. That's where I got this from. So if you take a look on Temu, guys, and just put in gold leaf, I think it's a fern as well, but just put gold leaf fern in, and it probably will come up in that category. So artificial gold leaf fern. And I've also got a bit of glitter. I didn't want too much glitter on this one. I was covered in it yesterday, but I've just taken 3 stems out, and it is the ruscus. So the gold glittered ruscus, and it's got some sequins on as well. It's quite heavily flocked with the glitter too. Now I've got out, oops, daisy, I've got out some black velvet grass. So that it is sword grass, or you can just place in, when you look, black velvet grass, and you should be able to find it, not a problem. That's all I typed in when I searched for it, black velvet grass, and then lots came up, and I just chose the site which I wanted it from. Right, I've got out some, these are black rose leaves. Now these were on the stems of roses, black roses, but there was at the bottom, so I took them off because there was too far down the bottom for what I needed. So I took them off, and I placed in the picks that I place in, just so then I have now single stems of black rose leaves. And talking of roses, I've got out 3 black roses, and they've got different leaves on these, but I don't mind that. It's, you know, different texture, and also it will look, you know, quite nice with the larger leaves on. So I've got 3 black roses. And I've also got out, and I took these, some of them, I've got little ones, and then I think I've got about 4, I think, looking at these, that I should have got 5 out, but never mind, I'll probably only use 3. But I've got my gold hydrangeas. Now you can get those as well if you just type in or look at your local floristry shop for gold hydrangeas. On one of them I took off little pieces that you can pull off and place smaller ones, you know, cluster on a pick, so I can dot those around if I'm doing it on the inside. I have got, excuse me, I've got out 5 of my gold swirls. Again, these are Christmas ornaments, what you place on your tree like that. So you can just look for, you know, for your Christmas ornaments or decorations or baubles, and you should be able to find them, or in your local store, especially in the UK. I noticed last year you could get these from B&M. I think you got about 6 in a pack for £3, which is probably about $6-7. So that is those. Now I've got, excuse me, some wispy bits again. You know me, guys, it's got to be wispy. And I've got some wispy grass, the very fine grass, with black glittered, and it's glittered grass as well, but with black glittered balls or baubles or Christmas ornaments on them. Some people just call them different And I've got 3 picks out, and these guys I got them in white as well, but I got these as well from Temu. I know in the States you have Temu, so check it out and just go through. All I typed in was black Christmas decorations, and these came up in it, and I spotted them and thought, I'm having them. So I only bought 3 to see, you know, which is 1 pack, because you get 3 in a pack, just to see what there was like. These do come off quite easily, but they're very easily just to glue them back on. It's not a problem. I don't find things like that a problem, guys. You know, you get what you pay for. So things like this, you know, because it's only polystyrene, a couple have come off and I have glued them back on. So I'm probably expecting a few more to pop off while we go along, but I don't mind gluing them back in. And I think as well, looking at it, you can tear so many off. So now I don't know if I'm going to use these. I've got some Christmas ornaments in a grey black colour. I've got 2 with the spiral effect on and 1 in a matte. It's like a grey black. But then at the same time, I've got out 2 big glass ones with a hint of black in the glass and a snowflake right on the front. I've taken the string off the here. I've glued it up, put my pick in the glue, placed the pick inside, and then I got because these are quite heavy, got a piece of floral wire and wrapped it through the hook here, and also then, you know, twisted it and then made sure it was tight on. So I'm not sure, as you can see, these are really top heavy because they're bending my pick, and that's the only size pick I could get in. So again, I don't know if I'm going to use them, so I'll not put those on the end because they may fall over. So that is what we've got. I have made a bow in advance, and black and gold. I've got they're all 5-inch loops, the big ones, but the center one is obviously 2-inch, and these gold ones, the black, and I've added in black deco mesh tubing. That's what this is called, deco mesh tubing. You can get it in any colour, and it does stretch as well. So I thought I'd add that on. But I've got the gold glittered ribbon. Then I've got the gold with the polka dots. I've just got a bold plain black. I've got the little, because I found a little piece of that in my oddments box, so I got that out to add that bit in for the centre. And then I got a piece of black deco mesh tubing or to place on. And then I also have some silk ribbon. It's got no wire. I tried to make loops with this, guys. It wasn't holding. The loops just kept flopping over because there's no support, because it's got no wire. So I just decided to use those as tail ends just to hang down. And the gold love arts with gold edging. So I just use that, place those in as tail ends just to hang down. So that is what we have done for our bow. So I wanted, instead of having like I usually like the bow up here, I was considering having it down here today. So let's get in our, in fact, yeah, we'll get in our bow first. So I'm placing it through the grapevine in one area and then going through in another area. So they're both not in the same place. And then I'm twisting it at the back. Because I want to see this gap here. And if I placed it on the end here, it would hide. I've already tried it and it it was just hiding, so you couldn't really see anything of the space, and you couldn't really tell that it was a crescent wreath. You don't have to have a crescent wreath. You can just have a normal round or oval wreath and just place, you know, and do a half of an arrangement and leave the other half with the grapevine here, or you can do the whole way around. And you could add a sign if you want to add a sign in as well. So there's plenty of choices, guys. I don't want this to be up here. I want it to be around here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start here, but I'm not going, I don't think I'm going to go all the way, or do I? Yeah, I may go all the way, or just leave a little bit of that so you can see the tip. So let's place in the bottom one first. I'm going to leave a bit of a tip on this end as well. Bend it down so it's going in with the ribbon. So let's cut off. Now I know what I need. That's one on its own. So is that. Place that there. And again, I don't like to keep the stem straight because that's just me, guys. I like to move it so it's got a bit of a bend in it, so it just doesn't look too uniform. Give it a bit of movement. So I'm going to probably start here. So it's going over there, but I want to leave that. Obviously I'm going to put a few bits around here, but I want to, so you can see the tip of it. So on this one, I'm bringing some here and then placing the other one at the back. So I'm going front, at the back, front. So then now this one will go to the back. And again, I'm still bending it. Right, let me just, where did we go? Back, front. I've just missed that because I'm going to use one of these single ones. And then that one will come out. Like that. I'm just cutting the stems a little bit short because from 9 o'clock here, as you're seeing it, it is 3 o'clock when I look at it. But 9 o'clock, I am going, you just place that one in. So up from here, 9 o'clock upwards, I'm taking them that way. So hence the reason I brought this one out, you know, horizontal, because that's straight. But then from here downwards, I am bending the stem so it goes that way, just to give it that little bit of movement. Let's get. So as you can see, I'm bending it there. I could bend it there, come back, and then bend it again. So you've got a curly stem. And I want it like that, so it goes under that way, facing that way. Oops, one's just dropped off, so let's glue that back on. And then just lift up our tail ends. So we've got them in under there as well. So we'll hold on to, well, we'll place those on the floor. Now we're going to place in our big fern. Now I like to place the big fern at the back with it being big. I don't want it here because then it's going to hide a lot of things. So I like to place it with it being broad at the back with the willow. And plus it gives that support for anything that would be there as well. Again, I'm moving this slightly over so it's slightly tilting that way. Bend it that way. You don't have to put a big bend in it, just enough so you can see that it's going that way. Now this one I want coming out, let's see, probably near off or just off being vertical. I may need to take a few of those leaves off and the glue. Place it. So I'm not really going to bend that up or down. This is quite a long one. So if you've got anything that's really long, and you can pull the leaves off, just pull them off or cut them off if you have issues with health, you know, concerning your hands. Now that I want it to go to the right, so I'm bending it slightly to the right because we're underneath the 9 o'clock mark. So I'm bending it that way. And our last one, I'll place around here. So I've got a bit of gold leaf just popping out. It's just like so. So that's what we have. Let me just have a look at the conifer. Again, I may not put this in. I may. No, it's not going in. It's spoiling what we are trying to do. So if I need anything else, I will grab it. Now, let's see our black grass. And again, I'm sure you can break these down into smaller bits. That one's quite long. 1, 2, 3. Oh, goodness gracious me. Right, I'm going to have to, you can take them off and they come off singular, but I don't like that, not with these, because they're quite long. So I'm going to, let me look for my black tape. You know, guys, I think it's dropped in my bucket and I've not seen it. Let me just have a look. Well, there's the white one. Gosh, fancy going through all this. That's the green. I can't see it, guys. It's that dark, I can't see it. Sorry about that. I'll use the brown one. Pick, I need a pick. So I'm going to get a pick. I've cleaned all the paper off. Let's have a look. I'm dipping it in the glue so it sticks to the picks. And then I'm wrapping it up. And I'm going below the stem of the grass. I don't like using the brown on black. I haven't turned my glue gun on, but I'm going to get a little bit of glue on the floral tape and I'm going to glue on it back on to the stem. So we have that one, and these are quite long, so I want to use these as wispy bits. So I'm going to place these at the back as well. Again, they're just for decoration, just to give it a bit of interest. You may not see the top, guys, because it is quite long. And then I'm going to place that one there. I I don't really like having 5 on. Oh my good gracious me. There we have it. Let me just see if I can find another black tape. No, they're not in there. I don't know where I put it. So we'll do it again with these. Glue it on to the stem. I don't mind if some are going one way and some are going the other. Just cut these short bits off. And then I go all the way back up again. Put a bit of glue on the tape. I only do this just to stick it on. If you don't want to do it, it's not, you know, you don't have to. But I through experience, I've found this tape after so long gives away and starts to come undone. Where's that stem? I'll place 3 of these together. In fact, I quite like them, some going the opposite way. It gives that different direction of it and contrast against other things. I should remember to place it on my glued gun. Oh, so I've caught myself. I think, sorry, wrong way. Let's grab it before it sets. I don't want too many of these in. That one's got 5 on. I don't want 5. I'll just put 1 more in. Sorry about this, guys. But I'd just like to show you as well what you can do. You haven't got to put the whole pick in. And you can break them all apart to whatever you want. just oh, I've got a dry throat, guys. Don't know why. So I've done that. Let's move these so I can see what's what. Right, so they're in. I'm not going to use any more of those. I just wanted those for the wispy bits. So they're finished. I was considering with these placing one either side like that. So I still may do that with those. So now we have our gold fern, and we could place some of those there as well to go with the length of this. I know these are here, but they don't reach up here. These are slightly longer. We can bring those around the back. So if we'll place one here, so you'll see it just through. Let me just see if you can see, guys. Crikey me. Let me bring you back. It's just so you can see majority. Right, I'm going to zoom out, guys, and I will then move the camera back closer. So you get a more of a fuller look. So, and I'm going to bring one down at the bottom also. And I want this to stick out from around. Somewhere like here, if I can get it in. I'm going to place that one here. I'm just going to put a bend one way and then another, just so it's not as straight. Right, I've got a few smaller ones that I'll place in and around. One here as well. I'm going to place one under there. You won't see it probably, but I like to place things under the ribbon as well. I've got one spare. Where can I go with that? I may put it with that one. Just slightly a bit more higher up. So it's like that. So we have those. Oh, I've got the tag cord. See, we need a bit of black. Just bring in slightly. I'll cut these all down. at once. Now I'm going to bring these in between where the gold is, the gold fern. Just like so. I may bring a couple of pieces in just in front, the side and in front of the gold fern. I'm not making these, you know, completely flat to the surface. I want them to just stick out. I thought that one had gone through, so let me cut that inside. There we go. Let's just have a look. Let me bring one there. As well. One. Just there. Let me do that one again, guys. So I've brought in some black with the gold, so now it just doesn't look like there's a lot of gold. So I'm going to keep hold of those if I need to bring more black in. I do have the swirly bits as well I want to get in. Perhaps in between the black. Again, I've only brought out 5. So if I cut these, let's have a look. I'll definitely place that one in there. So you can see a bit of the swirliness at the back. And then I want one here. Again, just pop a little bit of it through if you can. Yeah, I can see that. Again, I don't want too many of these. And I'm going to bring that one around there. Oh. And I'm going to bring one here and then one on the end there. So one. there. And then our last one on the end. I like to try and see to get the longer pieces in first. I don't know what's stopping that. So then we have those. I'm going to look at the swirl a bit from this side. Let me pull it out. There. Got glue strings following me. Before I go any further, I want to place in this. I did want one there. Oh my goodness. And then one maybe down here. So I know for definite I want one there. So let's cut that one. And the reason I'm bringing them down the bottom is because they are top heavy. So then they will just hang where I put them. So you have it like that. So do I do them as a cluster and then incorporate one of those? Or do I bring it? Yeah, I'm going to take it up there, but I'm going to have to put lots of glue on it to keep it holding. And I'm going to see it's moving down. So I'm going to need something under there to hold it. So I could, oh, I've got the gold. The gold hydrangea could hold it. It's not moving yet, guys. I don't know about the smaller ones now. Just gonna, yeah, we're going to do it. I'm going to place one here. So it's next to it. And I'm going to place one of these ones down here. So I've got one of each. So I've done it like that. So I'm not going to place one of these in. So you've got two of them there. I hope you can see. Oops, I've just thrown a rubber band away. Right, I'll keep those. Now let me look at these. Because I don't want them straight like that. There's no movement in it when it's straight. But I've got to take into consideration all the black. So I will probably place in these or these as well at the back or around the back. Well, they're on brown paperback stem, so you can usually see where they are, and just by parting them you can see that all this cluster here is one cluster. So pull it off. Let's get all the paper off that was on it. Hold it still in our hands. Do the same. Get some glue. And then our floral tape. Wrap that around it. So you're creating your own pick. And just put a bit of glue on the tape. So you've created your own pick. Then, that's in the way, just bend these slightly so they become wispy. And then you can bring those slightly a bit further in because they've got this on, so they'll go with these. So we'll bring those in. So if I place one here, bring that in, so then you've got a little bead or board of some sort on the end there also. So then you get the other, and see what belongs down below. All of that is one cluster. Pull it off. Clear the old paper off, guys, otherwise if you don't you're going to have it really clumpy and thick underneath your pick. I've seen some people don't do that. You know, if you don't want to do it, then, you know, that's fine. But I just think I take into consideration the customers. Again, I've stated in other videos that the customers can be very, very choosy and picky. If they see something and it's making it not look good, and it looks like they think, oh gosh, that's cheap, then, you know, you can see it's really fat and bulky, the stem. Because you do get customers that are actually florists, and they may do real flowers, but you will get them. Or so they know what they're looking for, and they're the ones who can be really picky, which rightly so, because they know the job. But if you just get any member of the public, you can get some also that are extremely picky. So I've got one there, so let's just, I'm going to bring one here, so it looks like then a cluster of 3. And again, I'm not going at the back, so to speak, with this. I am bringing the grass forward, so you've got that finer wispiness on the front instead of the velvet one, which is thicker at the back. So let's get that cluster. Oh my good gracious me. I think it's harder as you go further up. Or it may be glued on. So that's that. You do get glitter all over your hands, so I will wipe it off so I don't, you know, transfer it onto other things, especially the gold. So we've got one that's I'm going to bring this one here as well to make that, you know, 3, so then it becomes like, you know, it becomes the odd number, because I do like to work in odd numbers. So we'll bring bend that so it goes with that, like so. So I think I don't know if, I think you must get 5 clusters on here, guys. Yeah, 5 little clusters. Oh gosh, can I take the top one and use that? And then bring one down here as well. Let me just place a 45-degree angle, or 22 actually, with it being quite hard. I'm just going to turn it so I can place it. Just. And there. We will straighten up our bow. Didn't. I've got one left. I could bring that, I think maybe here, because if I bend that one down, and I could bring the other one there. I don't save these stems, not with paperback on. So then we'll bring this one also. Around here. So you've got that little wispy feeling like that. Right, so I don't need those. Right, let's have a look. Let me just wipe my hands because of the glitter. And as you can see that you've got the wispiness and the airy movement and different types of grasses, so you've got that contrast between them, and it also with the different textures, it bounces off of the gold and you notice it as well because there are different textures. My goodness. And again on this one, I'm not so bothered about seeing some of the wreath for the reason being it's a goldy colour, and it blends in with the colour of our arrangement. Now if it was dark brown, then I would be filling it a bit more to cover the wreath, but because it's not, I'm not as fussed. So let's try these now and see what we get with these. These are also on paperback. Yeah, I want one here, I'm going to need one here, and then I'll have one down here. So we'll cut those. So let's where the black is here, I need something for the black to bounce off. I could place that in a little bit more, or pull it out and shorten the stem. Where I said here. So we have that there. Let's shorten this stem as well. And that one. And then this one, I'm going to put a little bend in it like I did with the others because it's going up here. So I want it to face that way. Slightly, and then one down here. So they're relatively, the top and the bottom one are in the similar position around where the big ornament is, or bauble. Oh my goodness, I've got glue on my mat. That's not good. Oh my goodness. And then just bend that one going slightly down, and this black has got something behind. I'm leaving that glue to dry, guys, because as soon as it dries it's easier to pick it off. Right, let's get 3 of these. Oh, I've got 4 out now. Place these in. And I want to place this going under here, so that holds. I can lift it a little bit more, so that holds that bauble in place. I'm cutting the stems to about 3.5 inches because I don't want it to be flat. And that one, I want a little bit of a height on it. If I've got 4, I could bring one here. Or do I bring some floral down here? Or maybe here actually. Yeah, we'll bring it out, the floral. So we've got 2 in the centre and 2 out from the side. So let me just do my worst side. So that fills that little bit up. Now we'll do the same here. I can't see it that side, guys. Oh, I've missed it. See if that's in the right place. A bit up. Like that. Then I've got 3 of the roses. Now I could place 1 in the centre of those, like that, and then the 2 on the outer side. And move. Bring that leaf out there. So we've filled that in, that gap there. So then I've got these 2, because I've got the gold there. There's a lot of gold here, so I may do better placing the black here. And maybe 1. I'll just stick it in a minute. Let's have a look. So past the fern. Or do I? It's got to go there. Don't want to cover that up. Right, I'm going to place that one. And that one there. And then because now there seems to be a lot of black, we need to start introducing some more gold. Now I've put these in, the roses. That one seems to be. Let me take that out. So then that's that. Again, we've got our little bits of gold on these hydrangeas that I'm going to use those as like filler foliage. I just want to see what these will look like. If I can get them off. Yeah, I'm going to bring those in. That one's a bit too small. So let's cut. We'll hold on to that one a moment. I'm bending the stem again. Because if you can see here, we've got the black. You look straight across here into this view, there's a lot of black. So there's black willow here, the black rose, the black wispy bits, and this black willow. So there's nothing behind it that's gold to show off that black. So we're going to bring that in there, and I've bent it again so it's going that way. And even if it's just a little bit and it's not, you know, a big amount of gold, it's a flatter leaf, and you'll see it. I just turn it my way, maybe bring one in. There's one there, so we'll get. See, I really need quite a longer stem. How long is that stem? It's not very long, so I'm going to use this longer stem instead. So you get more, you can see more of it. Let me cut this one. And I'm going to do that behind the rose there as well, because it's just the plain rose by itself. So we've got that. At least the rose now has got something what is behind. just debating whether to bring one on that end. So if we bring one behind here, just so you can see a little bit of it. And I think there as well. I've got that one. I'm going to place that one in the centre. So let's get that little one in first. So that's that. Then I'm going to place one around here as well. So let's just have a look at that. Right, is that too far out? Yeah, because that's too far out, then it's making you want to fill this bit in underneath. So I'm going to move it to a different position so it's not sticking out as far. So instead of placing it here, I'm going to go further down this way. So then that may cover. Let's just push it a little bit more. There we have it. Wipe the glue off. Now let's have a look. That's better. So that's that. Again, I've got holly. I don't really think I need anything like this, but then again, I've got these ornaments of berries I could place in to use them up. Just little bits, not many. And they've got buds on as well, so that's one. That was one as well. So they've all got little buds on. They're not where they've had berries on, they are just buds, part of the decoration. So I've got 5, yeah, 5. So I don't want the rest. Oh, that was rubbish. These brown rubber bands are rubbish. I get the industrial ones, the extra strong. We'll save those. I'm not going to put no holly in. So we'll dot these around so I can get rid of these. So I'm going to just cut them all on the ends at an angle so they'll go into the wreath much easier. The point of it will guide them in better than if you had a flat stem at the bottom. Right, let's have a look then where we should place. I want these around, oh, I'll place one, or with that rose, I'm going to place one. This has got the longest, one of the longest stems, so we'll place one in where the rose is. So so the rose doesn't seem by itself. Let's have a look. Place that one in around here. With that rose, I could bring, no, I think I'm going to need, if I bring it on the end, I'm going to need a black rose leaf there. So let's just get one on the end so it looks like it's finishing it off. Like so. Yeah, then I'll use that one. Like that. So then I've got 1, 2, 3. I could perhaps do with one here, 4, 5. If I cut that off, that will give me a slightly longer stem to play with. Cut one of the buds off. Now let's lift up that. Maybe place one of these there as well. Let's take that bud off the bottom. There. Again, I will straighten up the bow. I may add just a few curly bits in, just to give it a bit of movement. So it's just hanging down. You can have it just hanging down. You know, everybody's got their own thoughts on what they'd want. Right, I'm going to cut. Let me cut some of these down and just start placing these in. Again, now this is like my filler foliage. I always like to do the filler foliage at the end, because that's when I can see where things may need to go. You know, because we've got black there and it's a bit by itself. On the front, add a bit of gold. So wherever I see black and I think it's slightly lonely, I could do with something next to it, I'm placing in one of these. And it's only near the centre that I'm doing it. I'm not doing it on the outer side. So I think one there. Just to give that a little bit of gold. And I could bring some, because I've got those left, I could drop some down the bottom as well. Like that's got one there. So I may just incorporate one. There. elderberry, and then let's have a look. Yeah, because it just seems a little bit. Let's lift that up a bit, give it that volume. That's better. Let me just see, guys. I think I may need just one of these. So do I go for that one? I'll take one off of here. I think it's just lucky. Yeah. So I'm just going to place this behind here. Let's see. I'm just going where I think as well another piece of willow might help along. There. And I'm only putting the single ones in. So that needs to go. Just bring these forward a little bit. I'm going to bring one of these in down here to add a little bit of gold down near the bottom of the bow, because again something's needed there so it doesn't look too big. I'm going to just spotted another one. Sorry guys, I will turn it around. I've just spotted another gap there. So I've just placed one of those down here. I could easily just bring the odd one out, so there's not much. Just to fill in that little bit of a space. And I've got one left. Yeah, I've got one there. So let's get one. Just there. Right, I don't think I need any more. No, I don't need anything else. So guys, that is our gold and black Christmas wreath. I'm just going to play with the bow. I'm going to straighten it up, make it look nice and full again. So let's see. I'm just curling over the ends just to see if that adds another little bit of interest. I don't want them all the same length. I can't obviously curl the deco web tubing and the love art one because it's not got any wire in. I do have silk ribbons, you know, for things, but I just occasionally like to add them in. You don't always have to use wired ribbon just for, you know, streamers or tail ends. You can, you know, add in the odd bit of silk ribbon just to give it again something different, because I haven't got a black ribbon with love arts on in wired ribbon. Again, a lady asked me if I sell ribbons. I don't sell ribbons. I find it hard to get my own ribbons. I really do. Let me cut those into it. Dovetail. Cut that at an angle. I was on about my husband, you know, I may start buying in ribbons and selling them. But the thing is, the ribbons I want is what the lady, you know, was asking for as well. Things from the States, because you've got that much of a choice of style, design, you know, than what we have here over in the UK. Our styles aren't as exciting. So, but it's the shipping costs. That's the only thing that is stopping me, is the shipping cost. Because if I want to get things from the States, it is going to really, you know, cost a lot of money. So it's a pity that the shipping costs are so expensive. They would, you know, no disrespect to all you Americans, but, you know, America would do greatly off of the UK, because all those florists would be ordering from them. You know, and I know America likes to build up and have money and things, from what I've heard of people in the States. So you'd think it'd be a good opportunity, really, for them to you know, allow the shipping costs not to be as expensive. Because a lady was telling me that she wanted to buy some ribbon, and it was going to cost her £70 in English money, which is around $140, just to get it over to the UK. That's a lot of money, guys, in the UK. You know, in our currency, that is a lot of money. For £70 or $140, guys, you just think what you could buy from Hobby Lobby, or, you know, get your flowers, how much you could get for that, for your flowers. So you feel that you're actually throwing the money away just so it can get here. You're giving it just for postage, and it's money not seen. So if you was buying something and you could see what you bought with your money, that's great. But when it's money not seen, no, it's not very good. It's too expensive. Anyway, here is from the lovely lady Linda, has asked me to do a black and gold wreath. Again, you don't have to do this wreath, your wreath, on a crescent shaped wreath. You can use a full round, you know, 360 grapevine wreath and just fill in half of it, or you can carry on going all the way around. I wanted to do it on this because I've got this crescent shape grapevine wreath, and it is in like a gold colour, and I thought perfect match. So that's the reason I've done it. So anyway, I've done our bow, like I say, with the glitter. I've just turned up the ends just to give a little bit of different, you know, look on it, and instead of just hanging, I've left some hanging, but like I say, I can't turn these up, and with them being only thin, they don't look out of place. I've got the deco web tubing, a plain black ribbon, and the polka dot gold and the glittered gold. And I've used 2 big, we call them baubles, guys, spelled B-A-U-B-L-E-S in the UK. I know in the States you call them Christmas ornaments, but we just call them baubles, I think, because they're round and they're like a ball, you know, soccer ball, I don't know, any tennis ball, who knows. But then we've got the picks where you've got the wispiness with them, you know, with the buds and the little black glittered ball or baubles, and then you've got the black willow. You've got your velvet grass, black velvet grass. You've got your gold glittered ruscus. Again, I can't remember what these are called, guys, so sorry, my apologies for not knowing. I'll have to look at my invoice. I've worked with them before, and I knew it before. We've got our multi-layered fern leaves where the leaves go all the way around in different areas. We've got our long natural garden fern. We've got our hydrangeas, and then I've pulled some off of the hydrangea bunch and put on picks. Black rose leaves, our black roses, and our gold swirls, and again our black grass here. I can't see anything else. I have to look at the back as well. Oh, and our berries, our berries as well, and the smaller baubles or Christmas ornaments added in as well. So I hope, Linda, that you know, gave you some inspiration on how you can make them look. You know, I like the wispy bits. You know, I find it gives a bit of elegance to anything. You know, and character as well. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you're going to give it a go, and that you like what we've created today. So please subscribe, share and like to the world, to the globe, to whomever, guys. I know my sister will be watching. You're not having it because you're buying everything I make. But yeah, and I'll see you tonight. So again, if you don't want to put baubles in or anything, place in something like black pumpkins or gold pumpkins, you know, and do that instead. So, you know, have fun with it, guys, and I hope you enjoyed it. And you know, take care, good health, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I won't be here tomorrow because, again, I don't do videos on Friday, with it being my busiest day. So all the best, and have a lovely, lovely weekend. Take care, guys, and keep the comments coming. Again, it does make my business get recognised, and for, you know, YouTube, then the more comments and the more likes, it goes on the algorithms. The more of those, you know, the more I get noticed. So and thanks to all of you who have already subscribing and sharing to people. You know, it's very touching, and I'm very, you know, touched by that, and it means so much. So again, guys, have a wonderful weekend, and take care, and good health. God bless. Bye for now. Bye bye. Right, let's get a close-up, guys. I like to do close-ups so you can see it better, because you may not get to see it while I'm busy with the camera situation. Oh, let me move this light. because it does get in my way and I trip over it. Right, there is our bow again with the deco web tubing, the gold with polka dots, the glittery gold, the plain black, and the lovely silk black with gold love arts as well. And then you have these wispy grass bits here with the baubles. Oh, there's a bauble there and the big glass black bauble. You have your gold glitter ruscus with some sequins, and those again, I'm sure there's some sort of a fern. There's the multi-layered fern. It goes, I don't know if you can see, if I turn it over, it's the same look. You can see the different layers here. Excuse my nail polish, it's come off with the glue. But there's 2 leaves on one. There's your big garden fern as well. Your lovely gold hydrangeas, your beautiful black roses, and where's the grass? Oh yes, here's the black velvet grass as well. And your swirly bits, that should have stuck out a bit more. Let me just lift that up a bit. And that. So your swirly bits there as well. And your little berries. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys, and I hope, Linda, that has helped you. So all the best, have a grand weekend. I love you all, and I'll see you on Monday. Bye for now.